Sometimes all of the hard work and effort you put in really pays off. I'm having a cracking week this week. My article on intelligent intermittent auscultation, a project that I started back in 2020, started writing back in 2022 before I went off on mat leave, has been through so many reiterations, both at local level to get it published because of trying to protect anonymity and stuff like that, and also getting it through as well at sort of the editorial perspective, has finally been published this week. I am so proud and happy. This has been the longest and hardest publication I've ever managed to get through. You can check it out on the Practicing Midwife Journal if you want to know more about intelligent intermittent auscultation and the impacts it has on improving outcomes and also improving safety. I've said many times before, being a manager has been the hardest job I have ever done. The NHS is actually undermanaged. 1.8% of the NHS are managers of some sort. I'm a ward manager and I work clinically a lot of my time. In order for a company to run effectively, you should be running on an 8 to 9% managerial rate. So it highlights that the NHS is actually undermanaged, not overmanaged. However, fully aware that there's an element of leadership, culture, aspects like that. And it has been the hardest thing I've ever done. I lead a team. I am a line manager. Me and my job share whole-time equivalent manage 54 members of staff, in addition to everything else that we do in terms of investigations, datexes, people management stuff, the day-to-day running stuff, the project management, the project implementations to improve things, the patient complaints, the patient feedback, the triangulation of data. We do a massive amount. And so my work-life balance has been horrendous this year, and I certainly haven't been present for my kids as much as I want to be. But this week, someone who I have been supporting and feel like I have supported well as a manager I was just in tears this morning at the outcome of the thing that she wanted to achieve. She's achieved it. And I was just in tears. Like, do you know what? You really can make a difference. You really can make a big impact on people's lives. And compassionate leadership can make a big difference. I have been burnt out beyond belief this year. My kids have absolutely suffered. But when you see some of the real positives, some of the real benefits and the outcomes of the things that you have implemented, the things that sometimes it just feels like you're wading treacle all the time. You feel like you're not getting anywhere. Honestly, it makes you feel like actually you can have a big difference on your staff members' lives, on improving their working conditions, and also then your patients and the women and people who are in your care, the families in your care, you can have an impact on them. I'm currently spinning a billion plates at the moment because I'm trying to wrap up this job, hand it back over to other ward managers before I start a new secondment, improving safety and maternity services and leading and running projects instead. To any Band 7 ward manager, honestly, I take my hats off to you. You do an absolute phenomenal job, and they really need to start evaluating Band 7 ward manager roles and job profiling properly, and that's across the country. It's been a hell of a year, but I'm glad that there have been some positives that I've been able to help implement, help change, and really initiate some of the changes that will make a big difference in both staff and patient lives. You can achieve anything you put your mind to, and if you've got the passion, the determination, the hard work there, you really can achieve anything. I just wish I had more hours in my day to have achieved everything that I really wanted to and set out to at the start of the year that have been on the back burner for a variety of different reasons because of the continuous conflicting priorities and different things that come in on a day-to-day basis. But I am so grateful to have had this opportunity. I'm so lucky to have worked with such a fantastic team of everyone, midwives, support workers, HCAs, HCSWs, of different managers, of different senior leaders, of different doctors at so many different levels. I'm so lucky to have worked in such a fantastic team this year. I am looking forward to some work-life balance again though. And it's just been a really good week. Sometimes they do happen in the NHS. And you can make a difference at any single level that you are at. You can make a big difference. You really can.